welcome to the very first Trash Talk of 2023.
Oh yeah.
James, how does it feel?
Feels amazing.
That's kind of how I feel too.
Yes.
By the way, this is James Blake. He's our sanitation supervisor. I am Rebecca Sir, and City of Bay City's marketing specialist, and we are here to talk about our beloved
Beautiful recycling cart.
I know, and it's been a busy few days for you guys.
It's been a busy month. Yeah.
So as you may have heard, we delivered these in December, so a little less than 2 weeks it took. These all got handed out to roughly 15,000 homes in Bay City. This is for residential customers, not commercial customers, but if you are commercial customers, we have a link for you. But then on Monday, so today is Wednesday, if you're watching this later, on Monday, we started collecting recyclables using these beauties. 96 gallons of beautiful recyclingness.
Yes.
Not even a word. It's okay. But what we're here to talk to you about is we sent the sanitation services guide with the cart. We've been sharing information on Facebook, on our website, all the things. But now that we're into it, we want to talk about what's been going well, what could be improved on. So we're going to turn it over to James because you're the guy that's out there following the crews, making sure it's okay. What have you noticed the first few days? I mean, we've seen most of these out, very few bins.
Right.
Little guys, the old ones. But what have you noticed the first few days?
I've noticed that a lot of people are doing very well at recycling. We've collected a large amount, more than we normally do. So it tells me that a lot of people are recycling, which is awesome.
Fabulous.
Super good.
But
there are some, issues, which is always growing pains in the beginning of things.
Absolutely.
Not a huge deal, but we can get past all that. Same with us on collection, some hiccups, but we work through it. What we're noticing is a lot of the cardboard isn't broken down. So this creates a kind of an issue at the MRF where it's processed, and the machines can't really grab it and take it to where it needs to go. So it's very essential that you break it down.
Yeah, we were driving around yesterday, so I get some pictures and videos to kind of see what we're going to talk about today. And when we talk about, when we say flatten, like a box comes to box, obviously,
right,
it's,
square,
3D type thing. So we want you to cut the tape or whatever and flatten it.
Make it flat.
And it actually makes more room in your recycling cart.
Yes.
That makes it better for the reason James just said. And it also makes sure that the lid can close on this, because we had a lot of them where people weren't closing the lids, and that is something we haven't harped on a lot, but we need the lids to close on these, on our trash and our recycling. And why is that, James? Why is it important?
It's very important with the recycling, because the recycling is loose inside the can. So one of the major complaints with the 18-gallon totes was there was no lid on it, and when a windy day or anything, cars driving by them would kick the recycling up out of the container, and then it's all over the city. So it's essential to keep the lid closed, so that way we don't have recycling blowing around, because it's not bad.
Yeah, and we don't want it in your yard, we don't want it in your neighbor's yard. It does not make a good neighbor to have your recyclables in their yard, because we all know that. So just make sure that it can close, whether you have cardboard boxes in here or anything else. And that, you brought up another good point, something else we're going to talk about.
Right.
So we always tell you that you're supposed to bag your trash. So all trash has to be in a trash bag.
Right.
But it's the complete opposite with this. We don't want any bags in here.
Yes, we do not want any type of bags in here. No grocery bags, no trash bags that has wrapping paper and stuff. I do the same thing. I put it in the trash bag.
Yep, I did too.
Well, I take the trash bag and I dump it out in the can. The reason being is that where this goes is different than where the bags go. Okay, so we do collect, we do take bags for free, like your grocery bags, and if you had trash bags that had recycling, and we take those for free at the recycling center.
Yeah, the Bay City Recycles drop-off center, 2900 North Water Street. You can make an appointment at baycityrecycles.org anyway.
Yes.
But we do take those for free there, but we don't want them in your recycling. Because that slows up the process, and they can't even recycle it if it's in a bag, because they don't do that through this particular process.
And that's also the same way with boxes as well. When the stuff is inside the boxes, the machine can't pull it out. So that's why they ask you for the cardboard to be flattened, 1 for space, 2 so there's not other material inside of it, so the machine can go through and sort everything nice and clean and efficiently.
And the whole not bagging things can be a little confusing because it does look like a trash cart.
It does.
And we're used to putting, trash in a trash bag, and so that's going to take some getting used to. But just a friendly reminder that please don't bag any recyclables. We didn't have you do that when it was in the bin, and we don't want you to start now that we have these lovely carts. We noticed, for the most part, spacing was pretty good yesterday. I'm not sure if you noticed today, but also remember, 3 or 4 feet in between anything, whether it's this and the trash and in the right seasons, yard waste or what have you, because the arm comes in, picks it up, dumps it, and it can't do its job if there's not room.
Right. So
that's another really cool thing with this. We now use an automated truck, an automated arm to pick these up. Before we had guys going behind and having to physically dump the recyclables, and now a truck does the work.
Yes, and it's a lot neater too, because sometimes when it was in the back of the truck in the hopper, it had a tendency to some of the material would come out while they were driving. With this, it goes right in the truck. It's swept into the back of the truck immediately. Nothing's coming out.
Awesome. And again, another big change for our drivers and for our customers is that we have the red and yellow week. Right now, we're in a yellow week again. Make sure you're watching this in the right date. On January 4th, we are in a yellow week.
Yes.
Next week will be a red week. So we have the map up on our website and Facebook, and was delivered with this cart. So you're either a red week recycler or a yellow week recycler. We took the routes that already existed. So if you're a Monday trash person, your Monday trash will always be a thing on certain holidays. But now recycling is half of you are this week and half of you
are next week. So if you didn't get your recycling picked up this week, make sure to have it out next week, and we will definitely get it.
And one thing we did want to note too, because Tim was supposed to be here today, but he had to go and be sick. Tim wanted to talk about on the original calendar that we put out for the collection calendar, there was a mistake for the Martin Luther King holiday. It shows on the original calendar that there's a delay by 1 day, and there is not. It's since been corrected online and on our Facebook page. So there is no sanitation delay for the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday, which is, I think, the 16th, maybe not. I think the 16th.
Somewhere around there.
So
but we will definitely be out there picking up all your stuff, and City Hall will be closed up.
I can't remember. I can't remember if it's a city holiday or not. I get confused. So, okay. Anything else that you've noticed in the first 3 days that people are doing great or could improve on? Just because we want this to be a success. We want you to recycle. And I think you may have noticed, I don't know if it was you or Tim told me, we saw people who had these carts out that didn't particularly have their bins out. Did you notice any of that?
I did as well. I did as well. Notice that, and that's really good.
And we've had a lot of people that haven't filled up already. Just the first go around, and they had these bad boys.
Definitely. Which is also good. That's what we want. We want to fill them right on up. So that's even less stuff that's in the landfill. So.
Yep, that's the ultimate goal here. There's so many things that went into this, but the big goal here is to have more recycling and less trash.
Yep, and I want to just say a little caveat about these containers and our pickup and everything. This cart here is at no cost to the customer. Zero. You don't pay for this. Has all been included with the grants.
Yep, grant funding paid for these carts. People ask us that all the time. This is not an additional fee for you. You will not see anything different. Your sanitation service fee or whatever it may be that's on your utility bill provides a service, but this is no extra cost.
This is no extra cost. No.
Anything else?
Nope. Just please keep up the good work. Pay attention to what you're putting in, and keep recycling.
Yeah, thank you for making it a wonderful success so far. And if you have questions, of course, please ask. We want to get the correct information out there. So
all
right. Thank you very much, friends. See you later.
Bye.